Why, hello. Um, I was gonna start um Lost at Random. Didn't even know that game came out. Apparently, it came out like a year ago, or maybe 6 months ago or whatever. But then I saw it was like 12 hours long, and I really want to start like a 12-hour game. Not really. Let's not start from the beginning. I will just reboot the game if I have to. Wouldn't it be a son of a gun? I wish return to the menu, please. Continue. You. There you go. 1 minute remains until the Amedex game polling closes. Had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Temioji? Could be believed they were telling the truth and still betray them. Bring my BP to 6. I'd be that much closer to 9. To betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try to escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seemed like the best safe bet, but...
Please! You've got to trust us! You've got to choose ally! You promised!
Temioji I could betray easily enough, but Quark? Like, what's I going to do?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I will choose ally.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
I will always choose ally. Thanks, guys.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey. What the heck?
Quark
Why did you
had
betray me?
nothing to do with this. I made the vote.
Grandpa.
Alright, I'm hydrating, you can read yourself.
I only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door even if we got 9 points. Not what I said. Of course we're going to leave. Look, see Clover over there?
Oh no.
Jeez.
That bitch!
Wait. Quark and Tenmyoji have...
Was she barely out of the mouth when Temioji and Quark ran past?
No! God damn it!
Clover, are you really going to leave?
Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door?
But why?
I'm going to go call the others, so we can capture Zero Senior. Tenmyoji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody.
So Sigma, happy? I kept my promise. Clover opened the door, not me.
Okay, I'm happy. Shady crab man.
Say so. I have to get out of here, and that's that. He's got to pay for what he's done.
He?
Zero.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Yeah, no point keeping it a secret now, I suppose. I know exactly who Zero Senior is.
What?
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Let's go. Come on, guys. Time to move.
Right.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
Quark held something out. 2 pieces of folded paper.
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game. I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is. So, read it, okay?
It's been like half a minute. I'm in my hand.
See you later, Mr. Sigma.
Turned and ran towards the door. Surprised by the letter, but I didn't even try to stop him.
See you.
Goodbye.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Shit! They're gone.
All we can do now is hope they bring help back.
Indeed.
I agree.
Looked down at Quark's letter, and unfolded it. Her writing was still slightly uneven, filled both pages with writing. Real stormy day when he found me. The rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt. Crying pretty loud. I'll be right back. Just 1 second. My bad. I pulled away for a minute. Where were we? Took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before. I think it was really hard for him. Couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. So one's a pretty picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, wouldn't need it. I guess that was kind of a pain, huh? Didn't give up, and now here I am. He found me I was really, really small, worried that I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. Quark is a really, really small thing. I'm really, really small too, and I'm really, really small too. I didn't need to worry though, because it turned out I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he figured out I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled out and we went off the back. But I didn't even get scratched. Sorry, what? When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. Really? I don't think you should have this child. Started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. Didn't get hurt either. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually got better. So I'm pretty lucky. Didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I started helping Grandpa out with his work. Job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings, fix it up and pull out all the useful parts and sell them. Plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff is always hard. I had to know what parts were useful. We could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he explained to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually, though, I just wanted to finish up work so I can go home to the theater. The theater came to our town once a week in a wagon, show old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while, You only go weeks when they showed movies. Oh yeah, I didn't know that I'd been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. The grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find somebody who'd take me. Kid from my block actually had a mom. I asked her if she would take me too. Gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. Wasn't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone lived with an actual mom was pretty impressive. Also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Didn't mean he didn't want me. Kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He totally spoiled. He bragged to everybody about how he had a mom. And liked to come up to me when I was working and stuff and say it must be not hard not having a mother. Never bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. Took a work on my own, then he couldn't get rid of me. Couldn't get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day he took me to a bar in our neighborhood. During the day, of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. When we got in, he just walked up to the counter with that grumpy look he had, and I thought, oh no, he's gonna make me work here. But I was wrong. Saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and sat me down on the stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for the 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me, and I was pretty nervous. Eventually, the bartender came back over with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. Looked closer, realized the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. Took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float. Never seen one before, and I was so surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. To me and the other kids seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. But there it was right in front of me. Stared at the float. Still wasn't sure if it was real at that point, and then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. I already turned around and moved off, though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. Well, it didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just sitting there staring at it, when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. Your voice sounded like an angel's. Is it really mine? He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. Never tasted anything like root beer before. Creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head feel light. Like the luckiest boy in the whole world. That's not an exaggeration. I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious. But what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I knew that's going to be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. Right then, I didn't care whether he just found me and adopted me or not. He bought me a root beer float. That made me way more luckier than some kid who had a mother, but had never tasted root beer. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good until the fight. Super bad mood that day. I tore one of my shoes that morning, and some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. That day was almost over, and when I was fed up, I grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. Showed what I found to Grandpa. He frowned. Started going through each thing I brought back, explaining why they were all useless. Really mad and still, I got really mad, and I just yelled, "I don't care." Then he got mad, and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. Pretty upset, and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went in an abandoned building, but by then I started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back to apologize. It started raining pretty hard though, so I decided to wait for the stop. That was just an excuse. The truth was that I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. Rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there staring out at the gloomy gray sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. It kept raining all night, and he never showed up. Gave up waiting and decided it was time to go home. About halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first I thought I should just ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyway, and it was Grandpa. Totally soaked, and I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. Yelled and he opened his eyes a little bit, he smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. And all night and out in the rain looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me so long that he collapsed. I was horrible. He heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. So I ran to get the doctor. I promised whatever God might be listening that it would only save Grandpa. They would only save Grandpa and never ask for another root beer float ever again. I had a real bad fever, and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said if he kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to take care of me, or care for about me. Thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck on to Grandpa because a week later his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but I was also a little scared. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? The plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up, but when that moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk and it took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't even know what to think. explained that he was an old man, and that meant he was probably going to die sooner rather than later. He strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd been able to make it on my own after he was gone. Maybe he'd been a little too strict. All the things I would worry about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off and he'd gone out into the rain to look for me. I tried to apologize, but when I opened my mouth, I started crying. I didn't think I'd cried that much since I was a baby. I just smiled and patted my head, asking me if he ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide and said, "Of course not." Told me that he was looking for a really important lady. Because of that, he'd given up on pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, I felt like he'd gotten some of what he'd lost back. That was when I decided to stay with him forever. Even if he said I couldn't. Um, yeah, one of the endings. In the Yuji end. In Ruby Veradas.
Round. Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
One second. Okay, my bad.
Please
Results found, yeah.
direct your attention to the results screen. Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Quark had
Hey, what
nothing
the
to do
deal?
with it. I entered the vote.
Why'd you
Couldn't
just
ask me
betray?
the same thing. I don't really think this is the time for a fight, though. Look, Clover's over by the door.
Wait, what? Oh no. It's funny every time she kind of just like waddles over the door and just leaves. It's just funny. It's like 5 different endings that happens.
The number 9 door. Fuck, she opened it.
Ugh! Why? Clover, wait!
Clover, what the
I'm
heck
going
did you
to call
think you're
the
doing?
others. I'll get justice for
What?
Alice.
Just as wait, what do you mean?
The number 9 door has been opened.
Well, tell me,
It
tell
will
me who
remain
the zero is now.
for 9 seconds.
Time for me to go. No! Please, Clover, wait!
Like hell, I'm just gonna let you walk out of here.
Deal left for Clover, his fist raised. Clover usually avoided him and moved towards the door.
Goodbye.
Caught one last glimpse of her face as she slid through the door. It was a mask of ice.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Alright. No one has any words they would like to share? Just over. Okay. Next is we betray up here. For which one? Red door. Laboratory. Dio. Quark dies. I guess. President didn't do this the first time, to be honest. Oh, because that path was still going? No, no, what am I talking about? Why didn't I go back and do this?
What are you gonna do?
Oh, because we saw that we gotta let one of these unlock, maybe? Oh, this is unlocked now, too. Look at that. We'll do that next. Clover and I walked slowly out of the AB room. Duke glanced over at us, but then exited his room. Went away before he could make eye contact.
Sigma, why? After all that stuff you said. I mean, it's not like I'm criticizing you. I think you made the right decision. You don't need to apologize.
Sorry.
I think I would have chosen betray if I was in your position. We'll find another way, all right? We just have to keep an eye on Dio. As soon as he gives us an opening, we take it. And I'm sure Alice will help us too. It's okay.
Did you tell her?
We can trust Alice. There's no way she told him. Anyway, let's go check the results.
Yeah.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey, what the hell is this? Oh,
Sorry, I decided to choose
so you
betray.
don't care what happens to Quark?
What kind of cold-hearted bastard are you? Please, just give me the
Hey,
bag.
Sigma, what are you talking about?
You found out the elevator?
And Dio
The laboratory?
stole it.
What? You mean he has it right now?
Nah, I don't have it. Well, I won't have
What?
it in about 2 seconds.
Moment the words left his mouth and knew what he planned to do. No, don't. That towards him as he spoke, but it was already too late. Dio snatched the vial out of his pocket, brought it up, and threw it on the ground.
No! What are
bastard.
you doing?
A promise is a promise. If you chose an ally, this never would have happened. You want to blame someone? Blame yourselves.
Go. I've had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Punk. Rah. Let out a guttural roar and left forward. Only to be stopped short by a firm hand on my arm.
Hold it,
It was Fi.
because this isn't
Why are
the
you
time
stopping
for
me?
that.
Oh,
Look at the
what do you mean
number
this isn't
9
time
door.
for? Okay. Kay was standing in front of the door.
No!
What is he? 9?
What?
VP is 9. Suddenly we were all running towards Kay and the number 9 door. Okay. You were the man, man. What the heck? Okay.
What am I
What the
doing?
heck do you think you're
Well,
doing?
That should be obvious. But if you insist, I am attempting to leave.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I assure you, I would do no such thing. I am perfectly serious. After a rational assessment of the facts, I have concluded that this is the wisest course of action. What is currently our highest priority? The answer is, of course, to save Quark. He must be taken to a hospital as soon as possible. For that to happen,
My
one of
batteries.
us must escape and call for help. Currently, the only one of us capable of doing so is myself. That is why I intend to escape.
And leave us all behind.
Unavoidable, but as I said, I do intend to call for help.
Couldn't you have at least waited until the next round? Then you could have raised Quark's BP to 9 and taken him with you.
And what would happen if Dio was Quark's opponent in the next round? I have no illusions about what Dio would do. This is the most logical choice.
Let me change batteries real quick.
The number
Pause.
9 door has been opened.
Quick audio check. We're good. Okay. Continue. Number 9 door had
It
been
will
open.
remain open
Right.
for 9 seconds.
Oh, wait! Where's Alice?
Ah, yes. Alice is in the AB room. She has collapsed, but you needn't be concerned. She is only sleeping.
Oh no. What did you do to Alice?
You will need to ask her yourself. I must take my leave.
Hey, god damn it! Wait!
He would charge a kick. Larger man used to sidestep him and tumbled him nimbly through the door, just before it closed. Nimbly.
This ends. Thank you. As the game escape is please.
Okay. Figured we'd be able to get some information out of Alice, but that's fine. We will return to this. I do wish to jump, yes. Immunoglobulin. Immunoglobulin. Sorry.
Do you know what immunoglobulin is? It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
IG replicator?
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
Sounds like a copy machine.
Yeah. Probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Any
Who
ideas?
knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
That's it. I've got it. The IG replicator in the laboratory is an immunoglobulin replication machine.
What?
You can copy immunoglobulin antibodies. I just said Axelavir is made from antibodies. That means we can make more Axelavir.
Hold on a moment. There is a strange device in the laboratory that says IG replicator on it. Clover and I examined it thoroughly when we were in that room.
Yeah, we never could figure out what it did though.
Exactly. My question is, how do you know about it, Sigma?
I saw it. I was in the laboratory.
When was that?
Probably when you were looking for Alice, right?
No, he was wrong. Hadn't gone to the laboratory when I'm looking for Alice. Didn't think I'd ever been to the laboratory. How do I know about the IG replicator?
If what he's saying is true, then we should be able to duplicate the Axelavir. That would mean we could cure Alice and Quark.
Let's go have a look then. The laboratory, right?
Yeah, no time to waste.
We all nodded. Wait, can't let them here all alone. Luna, do you think you could stay behind and look after them?
Oh, of course. I'd be happy to.
Alright, then let's go. Ding ding ding. Laboratory. Boltry.
So this is the lab, huh?
Yes.
Where's this IG replicator thing?
Right here.
So
See?
this can copy the Excelavir?
I think so.
What are we waiting for?
Calm down, alright? Don't rush me. Carefully lowered the small vial of Xelavir into the slot on the side of the machine. Empty vial already protruded from the other side. Presumably, that was where the duplicated Xelavir would go. Ready? When I push a button, it should.
Skip it. Just press the damn thing.
Right. And pressed. Did it work?
Have a look. The empty vial has something in it now.
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was. It does not seem to have lost any of its contents.
So, it worked?
Would have been pretty bad if it hadn't.
Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. I reached down and pulled both vials from the machine and tended them deftly into my pocket.
What
Oh, crap.
happened?
Sorry, my hand slipped.
You dropped one of them?
Yeah, just one
What
though.
in the hell? What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
Come on. If it had been broken, we'd make another one. If it was broken, then we could have just made another copy. Before Temioji could reply if I spoke.
Guys?
I was surprised to hear a voice coming from near my feet. Looked down to see her staring intently at something beneath the table.
You see?
Another bomb.
It did break.
No, the vial's fine. See?
Held it up in one hand and but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
Take a look.
Slid back from the table quickly and silently. Rest of us bend down and look. Bomb 2. String, 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 string. Up. Bomb.
Whoa. Really? That makes two then.
Guess Kay was right after all.
So there were more bombs.
So it would seem.
Was this here when you guys came through the first time?
No, it was not.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, and I looked real hard.
Then somebody must have said it while we were looking for Alice.
Who the hell would do that?
All out looking for Alice, it could have been any of us.
No, not any of us. I was back in the infirmary. Quark was still out, so I was keeping an eye on him.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect. Is that right?
Yeah, Quark's off the list too.
But Tenmyoji, you have no proof that you spent the entire time in the infirmary, do you?
What?
You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory, planted the bomb.
That's insane! Listen to yourself! There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb!
Temiyuji was self-staring fiercely at Kay when Clover spoke up.
Hey, what's this thing?
Turned down to see her grab something from under the table.
It looks like a memory card.
Where was it?
Right under the bomb. It was down on the floor under the table.
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb? There was nothing like it here when we examined this room.
Do you think they dropped it by an accident? Do you think they dropped it accidentally?
Unless it was left here intentionally, yes, I imagine so.
What do you think's on it?
Take a look. Could I see it for a minute?
Yeah, I guess so.
Plucked the card out from her hand and looked around the room. Nothing. Shoot. No dice. Need a plug-in is something that can read memory cards. I don't see
So what do
anything
we
in here.
do?
If I knew, I'd be doing it.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah, you're right. We've got what we came here for.
What should we do about the, Bomb.
Not much we can do except leave it here. Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch them.
True, but
Drop it. We can talk about the bombs later. Right now, we need to take care of Alice and Quark.
So we'll go back to the infirmary, give them the Excelivir, then head back to the Floor A warehouse.
Right.
This ought to do it. It might take a little while, but they should recover.
Her voice was quiet as she backed away from Alice and Quark. In her hand was the injection gun. She carefully removed the empty vial and placed it gently in the cabinet with the other one. While we were in the laboratory, Luna had moved Quark to the crew's cot. Both looked peaceful as they slept. Madness had seen on their faces before it was completely gone.
Are they really going to be all right?
Yes. The analysis I did on the vials confirmed that the duplicate was real Excelivir. The original was genuine too, of course. Now that they've been treated,
it's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
I believe so, yes.
Oh man, what a relief. I was really worried.
Clover grinned. Agreed. Gave her a reassuring pat on the back.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
All right, everybody. We can be relieved later. Right now, we need to get to the AB rooms and fast.
Damn, don't even have time to catch our breath.
Come on, let's go. Floor A warehouse is waiting. Warehouse A. Huh? Where's Temioji?
Oh, he stayed back in the infirmary.
What?
Why?
Well, when we were all heading out, I noticed he wasn't doing anything. So I asked him if he was coming with us, and this is what I got.
I'm still worried about Quark and Alice. I think I'll stick around and make sure they're okay.
I see. That means that Phi's only opponent will be Dio.
101, huh?
Ugh.
That's cool. Nothing to worry about. I plan to choose Ally. You know why?
Because I've only got one BP.
Exactly. If you chose Ally and I betrayed you, your BP would drop below 0 and... well, we know what happens then. I want to win, but I'm not that desperate. You see what I'm saying, right?
Tenmyoji and Dio are a pair. Tenmyoji only had one BP left. Since Dio said he's going to pick Ally, Phi can't really pick anything else. If she does, Tenmyoji will...
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kay and I are gonna be going one-on-one too, right? Since Quark's still sleeping.
That is correct.
How many BP do you guys have?
I've got 6.
As do I.
That'll be a tough one then.
If one of them can get the other to ally, and then betray that person, the betrayer will have 9 points.
Look, Kay, I know you don't really have any reason to trust me, but...
I know. You would like us both to vote ally, yes?
She's lying through her damn teeth.
Yeah.
I agree. If we were to both betray, then we would gain no points. We would lose nothing either. But that if both of us cooperate, then we will both gain 2 points, which is much more beneficial.
Right. You're really gonna do it, right?
Yes,
Promise?
promise.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Who is it? Is it me, Luna, and Alice? Right?
Shit, this is bad. We need to move, now!
Indeed. Shall we?
DUK and Phi Clover all took off immediately, heading in different AB rooms. Counting from the left, Dio went to room 3, K went to room 4, Phi and Clover went to room 5 and 6 respectively. Luna and myself. What do you think about taking the one on the far
Sounds
left?
good.
So we headed to the AB room number 1. Before I do this, I will be pit start real quick so I can save it. I'm doing a slash marker.
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Okay, 1 sec.